Welcome to Mind Over Number. I'm Coach Rhonda, intuitive numerologist. Cleared my space for this Life Path 44 New Year's reading. Before we get started, always let's give thanks to the Divine Mother, Father, God, who helps me interpret these messages in the way they are meant to be received. So, those of negative orientation, not serving my highest good, not here to help me out, not guiding me, not protecting me, okay, just hating on me, okay, you gotta go. Now, if you don't know how to calculate your life path number, add the single digits of your birth year to the single or double digit of your birth month to the single or double digit of your birthday. This is the method I use when I'm looking at your numerology chart. If you ever want a numerology reading from me or any of my other services, you can check out the description box below the video where I have a how-to video, or you can check out the karmic number video in the numerology playlist where I have gone a little bit more in depth into the method I use, which is more esoteric in nature. This New Year's reading for my Life Path 44 is going to be a little different than the other Life Path readings, as 44 is a master number. So the master number readings are going to be looking at the higher and lower aspects of the energy, right? That higher vibration, that shadow side. Because if you are a 44, you can also get triggered into that 8 energy when we're meant to be living in that higher potential vibration. With all that being said, I'm ready here, so let's get set and go. All right, well, look at that. We got a 4. All right, so the year's energy is going to be 4. 4 is all about structure, okay? It's getting disciplined. It's about organizing yourself, okay? It's about getting grounded. The 4th month or the 4th day could be significant. The Life Path 4, age 4, okay? I'm going to get 4 cubes out of this bag to help give you confirmation for this reading. Always take what resonates with you, leave what does not. Don't make anything fit. But guess what? If it does fit, if it resonates, we call it a synchronicity, because there are no coincidences. Just like me trying to get 4 out of this bag, okay? Whatever comes out because it was divinely guided too. So, as this is a New Year's reading, these zodiac signs could be your signs or the signs of someone else, or just significant energies that play throughout the new year for you. We have Taurus, Scorpio, and Virgo energy. We also have the times and space of February 20th through March 20th. So that could be significant for the upcoming new year or last year, or the time frame of a significant event, your birthday or someone else. That is Pisces season. We also have the element of fire and the Archer. Okay, so with that energy, I'm definitely getting a need to become strategic in our planning. All right, we're going to have to balance out our mind with those possible tendencies to get upset or outraged, even, as fire is a very passionate energy, right? It can either create or destroy, as very powerful weapons are forged in fire. Let's get an oracle message from the wisdom of the wild things to see what is going to be the collective message for Life Path 44s for 2025. So happy new year to my 44s out there. Let's see what your message is. We're being shy. Don't be shy. Speak up. Okay. Look at that. 44 on the card. It says quest into the subconscious. Okay. Now, 44s have a very big energy, okay? They combine 22, 11, 8. They are very visionary leaders, okay? They're able to solve complex problems because they have a practical approach to things. This 44 energy is about balancing our material matters with a more spiritual perspective. And sometimes 44s can, miss out on the spiritual aspect, okay? Listening to a higher calling and focusing a lot on those material matters, which is the lower vibration of 8. So let's see what Quest into the Subconscious is about. Trauma is real. It's not always what's happening on the surface that can explain our current reality or experience. Your entanglement with intense emotions and reactions right now may very well be triggered by something that has deep roots in the subconscious. Science calculates about 10% of our lives are run by our conscious thought, while 90% is run by the subconscious. So if you find yourself with persistent triggers that make you feel not enough, too much, overwhelmed, afraid, or chronically separated from your own sense of love and belonging, the question isn't, what's wrong with me? The right question is, what happened to me? Your subconscious has many of the answers to situations that plague and mystify you. Quest down into that sacred space to explore the truths waiting there. Okay, so 44s. This new year is going to present itself in a way that's going to allow you to address those subconscious triggers, okay? Those bad habits, those things that we do that we don't think about doing, but we are affected by it because we're not consciously aware of it. And so those things in our subconscious mind are going to be brought to the forefront, is what I'm feeling, in order to be worked out in the physical. Right, the conscious mind represents our physical actions. The subconscious mind is the receiving energy, okay? It catalogs data, okay? It takes in all this information, decides what it's going to keep, what it's going to throw out, okay? What is good for us, what's not good for us, okay? What is going to allow the conscious mind to remain active. when you think about breathing, right, this is something that happens in our subconscious mind. You start thinking about breathing, all of a sudden you stop. Okay. Some things you don't need to be actively thinking about. And that's the subconscious mind's job. But some things that we aren't thinking about, we need to be actively doing. So there's this big call, I feel, to reevaluate. And figure out why we do the things we do. And not just go through life like a robot, you know. It's important to understand your emotions, you know, those things that we sometimes do to others, thinking that it's okay, but we can perceive it as being okay simply because we've been doing it for so long. And we're not changing, we're not adapting, we're not being open to other ideas and perspectives, and it's causing us to be rigid and uptight. And that's what I'm feeling a lot already in this reading. See, we're tight. We're tight. Ugh. Take some deep breaths. So, let's see what aspect of our higher self is going to be activated for 44s. What's that higher vibration bringing in for the year? We got that full energy. Okay. So, we're going to have to take a leap of faith, right? We're going to have to leave behind some things. After going through many challenges and obstacles, okay, the Fool is not burdened by anything. They're starting from 1. Or 0, really. Nothing. But 0 is not nothing. 0 is everything. From all numbers, from 0, all numbers emerge, right? Because it's on manifested potential. It's very divinely guided energy. It is both 0 and 22. Right? It's the beginning and the end of a cycle. It's being able to see that higher perspective that 22 brings, while being foolish enough to release all other ideals and perspectives of a situation and just allowing whatever the universe has to bring to us. So let's look at your shadow energy of 8. We got the 6 of Wands reverse. Okay, a lot of stubbornness, a lot of ego, a lot of doubts. That is 6 of Wands reverse. It's this feeling like we're not being, recognized for all the work and effort we put in. And that's what's going to be our main challenge right now is this feeling of like we need to be perfect, that we need to present ourselves in a certain way, this very high standard that we have set for ourselves, which is causing us to feel less than, this perceived idea of failing before we even try. Five of Wands reverse. Now this talks about letting go of those struggles, right? Letting go of the competition. Okay, waving the right flag. Okay, we're done. This is going to be what's going to support you, what's going to allow you to use that high vibrational energy of just going with the flow, right? It's coming up with a resolution to those problems, which is what you're very good at. It's respecting other people's opinions and finally working together with others and not being so stubborn and set in our ways that, you know, we are so prideful in our perspective that we're not allowing anything else to come in. The major lesson of the year, well, Five of Pentacles reverse. Okay, it's rejection. It's feeling abandoned. So if you're feeling rejected, if you're feeling abandoned, if you're feeling a lot of loss and setbacks, it's coming from that pridefulness. You know, thinking you know everything. Okay, no one knows everything. That's why we're all here together. We're all good in different areas and aspects of ourselves. You know, learning and healing is never done. And if you ever stop learning, then guess what? You become very ignorant. You become rigid. You become controlling. You begin to get stuck and set in your own ways. Then no one wants to be around you. Now, 44s, how can we help others? We got Strength reverse. It's releasing control. That's exactly what that is. You know, stop feeling like we need to overcompensate in our abilities. You know, we might be good in one area, but we can use a little work somewhere else. And where we could use a little work somewhere else, we're going to need other people to support us in those areas. We have to be able to be open to new ideas, new ways of being, new ways of doing. Okay? Now, towards the end of the year, what can 44s expect after going through these cycles, these lessons? Knight of Swords energy. Okay, the Knight of Swords is disciplined. Okay, they are focused. Okay, they see their goal. They approach it in a very practical, tactical way. Okay, and they just go rush forward. Nothing can stop this Knight of Swords. Look at him. Can't stop this. Good luck. All right. It's got the sword of truth. Okay, this Knight of Swords is over here cracking skulls. But of course, it's not to be brash or cutthroat. Speaking is saying that truth and not allowing anything to get in their way of that truth. Not getting in the way of that new idea, that new concept, that individuality, that that focused energy. It's very assertive and strong-willed. It doesn't bend or break. And anyone that's standing in its way, well, that head's going to get cracked open, okay? As long as you say it and speak it. If someone wants to stand in your way, well, you just gotta step over them, okay? Keep it moving. You got your eyes on the prize and your focus. But it's going to take overcoming the doubt in your own perspective and not letting your ego, right, your fears, your doubts get in the way of the new beginning being offered to you. Right? Understanding where the rejection is coming from. And oftentimes when other people are not seeing us clearly or rejecting ourselves or rejecting us, it's because we're rejecting ourselves and we're not seeing ourselves clearly because we're not communicating clearly. Let's get the Rebel deck to help clarify. It's like we're taking on a lot of people's stuff before we've even taken care of our own stuff. And so the energy is going to teach us to be focused and be courageous and be brave enough to let people know, where our boundaries are. What's this fool? What's this fool doing here? Okay, well, ask a effing expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a gosh darn professional, okay? Right? If you're trying to get advice about something that you're struggling with, right? You know that you're good at something, but you're not sure how to make it happen. You're going to have to, take a leap of faith. Get some professional guidance, right? Don't talk to someone who's been through it, who has experience in the subject. And when we're stuck in a mindset or a way, or if we're around the same group of people all the time, they're going to have the same stuck mindset that we have. Six of Wands, reverse. It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. You are a grown adult Stop blaming others for your ish, okay? All right, it's taking accountability for your own actions. You know, so-and-so told me to do this. So-and-so told me to do that, so I did it. Well, where was your head at? What were you thinking about? What told you to listen to that person? Oh, you weren't trusting yourself. Okay, you weren't trusting your opinion. It was easier to put the blame on someone else so that if something goes wrong, oh, it wasn't me. They told me to do it. Moving on. 5 of Wands reverse. Oh my goodness. You are being shady. Watch out, it could get ugly. Yeah, I said ego. Now, when I say ego, your ego is what keeps you safe, right? It's that automatic response we get when we feel like we need to be defensive. But again, we have to ask ourselves, why are we getting defensive? Is it a life-threatening situation? Your ego doesn't know the difference between getting attacked by a bear or getting attacked by some words. It really doesn't. It can view those same things as high-level threats. When a few words are only temporary. But a bear attacking you, well, that's definitely a high stressful situation. That's going to require immediate action. But you don't always have to immediately react to the words that someone brings to you. And if someone is pressuring you into something, is not allowing you time to think or reflect, to come up with a more practical way of doing something, try watch out for that person. It's likely they're working in their own interest and not yours. Or maybe this could be a trigger for you. Being surrounded by people who are manipulative, that can also make you manipulative. And you don't realize it because you're so used to acting and behaving a certain way until someone calls you out on it, right? And that never feels good. But in those moments, it's important to listen to understand and not just to respond or react to it. Because if someone is telling you that you're hurting them, you have to acknowledge that pain. Even if you don't meet in a certain way, right? Your intention may have been good, but it came out wrong, okay? Not everyone feels the same way you feel. Not everyone acts the same way you act. Not everyone has such a big, strong energy that is capable of, you know, excelling in, you know, very inspiring and motivating ways. But what you're good at, there's always someone else who's going to be better at it. And what you're bad at, there's someone out there who's going to be excelling in ways that you can't even comprehend or understand. So the lesson here is this Five of Pentacles reverse. Okay. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just effing stop. Flipping out reverse. I'm getting there's a need to recover from some sort of loss or commitment or job or something that we've been obsessing over for some time. You know, we could be blaming other people for a situation that happened. But of course it happened for a reason. Because we were doubting ourselves and our own capabilities. This Strength reverse. There we go. Okay, be effing grateful. Ish could be so much worse. And one final card for the end of the year. Well, there we go. Lightning bolt. Okay, epiphany moment. Okay, time to figure ish out on your own. But it came out flipped. So the energy I'm getting, like, we keep asking other people's advice, other people's opinions. When we need to clearly communicate what we want and what we expect. Not what other people expect. Not what other people think are right or wrong. Because whatever is right and wrong is based on morals. There's no such thing as right and wrong. Okay, there's what works and doesn't work for whatever you're trying to do. And for whatever you are trying to do isn't working, it's time to seek professional advice. One final card for the New Year reading here for 44s. Okay. More 4 energy. Okay, 4. 4 talks about the home. Okay, what foundation are we trying to build for ourselves and others? I'm safe. That's what's on this card. I trust my intuition to lead me down the right path. Looking back on my trials, I see that I am still here and thriving. I always end up better, stronger, and wiser. I have proven to myself, I have proven to myself that I will always make it time and time again. I am safe. So you don't have to prove anything to anyone else. Because your life experiences, everything that you've been through has shown that you're capable of overcoming it. There is no competition. The only person you should be worried about being better than is the you from yesterday. Be safe and secure within yourself, and no one else can knock you off a solid foundation. Because you're strong and grounded within yourself. Okay, the walls may come down. Somebody might try to, blow down a door, but you're still able to rebuild because you set down solid enough roots to know where your home is. I'm safe. That's all I got for you right now, 44s. All right? If any of that resonated with you, great. If it did not, I am sorry. Okay, check back later. This is a New Year's read, so it may resonate at another time and space throughout 2025. Thank you for joining me, and I love you.